So there's the scene in the St. Jakobshalle here in Basel. Just the one court active at the moment, awaiting our walk-on of the officials and players for our second round of matches on show court 1. There's confirmation of the result that we've witnessed already. Heo Kwang-hee from South Korea coming through in straight games against the European Czech #1 Milan Ludik, just outside the top 100 on the world rankings. 21-14, 21-12, 39-minute match it was. A little lopsided, some would suggest, but always nice to see European interest in the World Championships. Next up, it's going to be mixed doubles. Takuro Hoki, 24-year-old, and Wakana Nagahara, 23-year-old Japanese, in mix, taking on Adam Hall and Julie McPherson, the all-Scottish duo. And this one's a match from the bottom of the top half of the mixed doubles. Mixed doubles, of course, that's been so dominated all season by Zheng Sui and Huang Yachong of China. But it's a beautiful scene here in the St. Jakobshalle. That's where we are in the draw, as you can see. That's a quick glimpse of that little section. Chan Hun Sun and Go Liu Ying, the Malaysian former Olympic silver medalists of Rio, up above, as you can see. And our match, well, above that, projected to meet Go and Lai of Malaysia, as well as the 12th seeds who lie in wait, having received that bye in the mixed doubles. So a very competitive draw wherever you look. You see the Europeans, the McGee brother and sister combination up above, and Canadian interest as well. 45 nations represented in the total BWF World Championships here. And of course the para-badminton event as well in the adjacent hall. There's so much happening. Only the Swiss could coordinate events as colossal as this. Still awaiting the walk-on of our players then. Just a pair of athletes warming up on show court 2 to see what will unfold in their men's singles. As we say, Zheng Sui and Huang Yachong so dominant in this discipline.
HOKI and Wakana Nagahara from Japan versus Adam Hall
together with their
Julie McPherson from
fellow
Scotland.
countrymen Wang Yilu and Guang Dongping.
So here come the Scots. They're walking out on the right there. They've had 21 wins this year, 20 losses. Opponents kind of similar statistics as well. The Scots ranked 57th in the world. They have been as high as 53 in the world back in July of this year, which always bodes well. They're knocking on the door of that top 50. The pair following. It's been a decent year of progressive results for them in particular. Their opponents from Japan. Very sprightly, these two. Eric De Roche, our umpire for this one from Canada. Always full of good humour.
What's your choice? Red. Do you want red? Yes. I'm going to flip this over here. Red it is. Who's going to receive? You're going to receive? Who's going to serve? And what side do you prefer? You're going to be on that side? Yes. Perfect. Thanks.
Wakana Nagahara calling all the shots, the 23-year-old Japanese. So as our warm-up begins, we'll take a look at our 4 players. The Scots in white on the left of your picture as we look down from our main camera position. Takuro Hoki, 24 years old, 1m66. Their team currently ranked 22nd in the world, have been as high as 19 in the world. That was in July, just last month. Born in Yamaguchi is Takuro. His partner, 23 years old, from Hokkaido, 1m69. So they've played 17 matches, these two. Won only 6, lost 11 this year, so not their best, but they still kept that ranking reasonably buoyant. They made 3 quarterfinals this year, the French Open, Hong Kong Open, and the Indonesian Masters as well. But they do come here, the team in red, on the back of 3 first-round losses. We'll tell you more of that in a minute as we take a look at the Scots. Adam Hall, 23 years old. Mochlin. You can see their ranking, they're just 4 spots off that career high. Striking the shuttle very, very well. Julie McPherson, 2 years younger. They were runners-up in the Belgium International. A couple of semi-final showings for these two as well, the Czech Open and the Austrian Open, and 2 quarterfinals as well as 4 round of 16 showings as well. Most recently in the Canadian Open, where this man is from, Eric Desroches. Also the US Open. From Hong Kong, the service judge, Daniel Law Chi Kwong. And again, it's a first meeting, Steen, so we don't quite know what we're going to get. Not such a disparity between the rankings of these two teams. But the Japanese expected to come through, being just outside the top 20 on the rankings. Big opportunity for the Scottish. Building up then to first round mixed doubles action here at the Total BWF World Championships. Our players poised and ready. Well, the Scots, who bolted out of the gates pretty quickly, just pegged back momentarily.
Yeah, as you say, this it should be a closer match, or it has the potential to be a closer match than the men's singles we just watched. HOKI and NAGAHARA both focusing, I would guess, mainly on their other categories in the men's doubles and the women's doubles. Nagahara, of course, the reigning world champion in women's doubles. They haven't fared well in the mixed doubles tournaments this year, but it's like they're like this rare flower, the queen of the night that only blossoms once a year. Nagahara and HOKI reached the final of Japan Open 2017, and also won final last year in the World Tour tournament. So they definitely can play at a high level, but let's see if Hall and McPherson can make it difficult for them.
We always imply, don't we, that winning becomes a habit, and the team in red from Japan, as you're saying, they've not been beyond quarter-final effort this year. And, that's always nibbling away at your psyche, isn't it? Your subconscious. As hard as you consciously want to try, it's just sometimes a little bit of a struggle. Which, of course, lays the door sort of ajar for these two. Big opportunity as we have parity in this opening game.
And the thing is, the way I see it, McPherson and Hall, they have to be really, really disciplined in their game to try and stay in control of the rallies, get it below tape, not inviting to these fast flat exchanges where definitely give the upper hand to HOKI and Nagahara.
It's interesting as well, Steen, isn't it? I mean, this is a sweeping generalization, but when you watch the Japanese play doubles, be it, you know, women's doubles or mixed, you tend to favor them when the rallies go longer as well, because they're so good at neutralizing oncoming attacks.
Yeah.
So quick, so super agile. And with that, the inference being De Hall and McPherson have to get in quickly in the rally.
Basically because, as we see here, the defense is perhaps not able to compete with Nagahara and HOKI's defense. So if there's a longer rally, we expect them to be coming in and out of defense. If they can control the long rallies and play from above the tape, I don't see any problems in playing longer rallies. That's well read by Adam Hall. There's some possibilities in challenging Wakana Nagahara on the front court as well, as I see it. She's not a natural front court player. So if Julie McPherson is alert and disciplined enough, she might be able to get the attack for the Scottish pair. Played, and that's where Hall and McPherson could perhaps benefit from HOKI and Nagahara being a little bit too content in lifting.
Keeping the foot to the floor in that point, the Scots.
Play.
You do sense the Japanese just opting to lift away a little bit too often, too early in the rally. And that perhaps, Steen, as we're implying, a sign of perhaps lacking a little confidence. They've not won a lot this year. Only 6 wins, 17 matches. That was better. I guess the question on everybody's lips back home for these two is, can they have they got enough to get across the line against the world number 22s?
From the Scottish perspective.
Well, I think he thought he found this one. He was fist pumping afterwards, wasn't he? Let's have a look. Can you see it?
Yeah, it was way out.
Yeah, it wasn't it?
In terms of normal badminton in and out. Could be seen clearly.
Well, it's all been fairly cagey from the off, but the Japanese coming out on top to the mid-game interval. They lead 11 points to 9.
Jeremy Gan, the Malaysian, who is mixed doubles coach in Japan, and Sho Sasaki, former international in men's singles, coaching on the Scottish side. It was former German international Schüttler, who's the new national coach in Scotland. Yeah.
Because it was the Malaysian for a long time, wasn't it? Who was coaching with Kirsty Gilmore, I remember. I can't think of his name.
Wong Tat Ming.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah. He did a good job, but that contract probably lasted, what, 2 years he was there? Not long.
He is, I can't remember, I think he's in either Korea or, yeah, I think he's in Korea.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a crying shame for these two in particular. They don't have the Scottish Open as their kind of go-to tournament at the back end of the year anymore. It's been taken off the calendar, sadly. There's always a...
It's just been downgraded.
What's that?
It's just been downgraded.
Right.
It's still on the calendar.
Oh, okay, it's still there, is it?
Same slot, but not a... Grade 2 level 6 tournament anymore. Back in the European circuit.
Japanese always creative in defense with a 3-point advantage here.
They have to be really disciplined, Hall and McPherson. If they attack and don't get a better position, they've got to take the pace out of the rally. It's too wild from Adam Hall.
Yeah, you kind of get the sense that once they get on the front foot, they're almost too keen to dispatch quickly, aren't they, and rushing themselves into error.
Yeah, and if they try to attack on a just a tiny little bit opportunity, then they put way too much pace in the rallies and they get punched in the nose by the Japanese, who's got much better racket skills than Hall and McPherson. So they've got to rely on tacticals. That's
Misjudgment there.
big misjudgment, because that was inside the line. The way I saw it from up here, we are sitting up under the roof here in St. Jakobshalle, so we are not in the best position, but that was clearly
Wakana Nagahara now starting to really impose her authority around the net. She's winning the net game more often than not, getting more involved, looking increasingly confident. It's a 5-point cushion they have now. Body language of the Japanese looking more assured.
And the opposite from Hall and McPherson, they're looking a little bit bewildered. That's much better. Blocks it. Got to get McPherson to the net. She's not strong enough from the backcourt to challenge either of the Japanese players.
Good persistence there from Team Scotland, hanging in on that long exchange.
Yeah, but it's hard. She makes a bad choice. It's not really a point that the Scottish win by themselves. They try their best to survive and succeed. And it's not a long-term sustainable solution. McPherson should do anything to get it below the tape here on the front court and follow up. Yeah, they did most of it, but just lacked that little extra. This time she did much better. Wakana Nagahara, we saw her make a mistake in that situation 3 rallies ago. This time there was no mercy.
We're all inside quarter of an hour played. The Japanese really starting to up the tempo now and take control of this opening game. They've got 7 game point opportunities. A very decisive smash from the Japanese male, Takuro Hoki. Himself and Wakana Nagahara secure the opening game, put a lid on it, 21 points to 13. So the Japanese, a game to the good then in this all unseeded mixed doubles first round clash. Their prize, for whoever comes through this one, an opportunity to take on Kosun Buatan, Chevron Jamilay of Malaysia as the 12th seeds, having received a bye themselves. So it's a must-win game for these two, Adam Hall and Julie McPherson, if they want to extend their Basel stay. Good front court work from Julie McPherson.
see now what kind of Nakahara. She's sort of over-covering the straight side whenever HOKI is smashing. She's going out to the line. Apparently there's a read that the Scottish are not using a lot of cross smashes, and if they're using cross smashes, then HOKI definitely has to speak to cover himself. Good job there by McPherson.
It's really interesting, Steen, isn't it? The Scots, their last 2 tournaments where they made round of 16, US Open, Canada Open, and they also played quarterfinals of the Spanish International. On the other hand, you had 3 first-round losses for these 2, Thai Open, Japan Open, and the Indonesian Open as well. And they're just living, again, despite losing, but at a higher tempo, and it seems a little apparent as well.
Yeah.
You know, as we saw in the last match, similar kind of theme, isn't it?
Much higher.
But of course, these guys in the picture, they're doing their very best to get to those bigger tournaments. But of course, it's just on the dependency of how high they push their world ranking to get them in. It's a sort of double-edged sword.
Paul and McPherson, they were second rounders in both Yonex US Open and Canada Open. Beat Chang Ku-chi and Chang Xin-chen from Chinese Taipei, and that's a good result. So it's a matter of sort of, if you raise the skills a little bit too much on the opposite side, then it becomes difficult for them, and I think that might be the case here, but let's see. They've got to stay disciplined. That's well played.
Yeah, that was really good. But you do sense they've got to, they've got to get right up there and bring their pretty much near their very best to seriously contest this.
They've got to bring their best.
There's no doubt. Yeah. So far, so good. As we have deadlock in game 2. Well done. Very proactive there. Wide-eyed and keenly competitive is Julie McPherson. Youngest player on the court, 21. Couple of Scottish points back-to-back. That bodes well for them. Nagahara doing a little shadowing. This is what I should have done.
That's excellent play. Good defense by HOKI and Nakahara. Oi, luck of the net court.
Yeah, they rode that out well, didn't they? Kept on the front foot throughout. That was great play. Nice changes in speed from the Scots. A hat-trick of Scottish points now. Longest rally of the match as well. That bodes well.
Very disciplined rally, and I would expect so, given that it's Johannes Schüttler, it's their coach, who is in the picture. German mixed doubles, renowned in Europe for playing a really disciplined mixed doubles, keeping a tight ship, playing downwards or flat whenever possible. And that has never been a bad game plan in mixed. She's also, McPherson, she's been doing better from the back court lately. Smashes have set up ball at the net. So a little bit carried away there. Should have blocked it. Not satisfied with himself. He knows it. Of course, when we're talking a lot about the Scottish combination, it's because we still see them as the underdogs in this mixed doubles here, HOKI and Nagahara.
Yeah, the Scots
The
have had a
favourite
run
pair,
of 3.
at least in my opinion.
Yeah. 35 world ranking spots between these two pairs in favour of the team in red.
Yeah, did the right thing trying to block it.
And suddenly, the Scots have lost their way momentarily. Johanna Schuttler looking a little concerned.
And that's the problem. They have to work really hard and disciplined for their points, and then all of a sudden, 3 points gone really quickly.
Takura Hoki keeping the pressure on. Smashing to Julie McPherson and sort of tangling her up a little. Here it comes. Heat seeker, that one.
We often see the at the moment we see a number of European female doubles players. They are simply not able to match their Asian female counterparts in terms of defensive skills in mixed doubles and women's doubles. That makes a big difference. Excellent play by Adam Hall here.
Well, despite losing momentum to the tune of a run of 4 points for the Japanese, the Scottish are biting back here, bringing deadlock to this second game. 10 points all.
Pressure she puts on.
But again, as in the opening game, it's the team in red from Japan that lead 11 points to 10 at the turn.
Part 1, 20 seconds. Part 1, 20 seconds. Okay.
Far from utterly convincing so far, but they've still got a slender lead in game 2 and the cushion of having secured the opener, the Japanese.
Yeah, the coaching here, Jeremy Gann, he should have just reminded the Japanese players that, hey, make sure that you don't throw the game here by taking it too lightly. And from a Scottish perspective, Johanna Schuttler, he should definitely have encouraged his players. They're doing well in this first part of the second game.
Service order. 12, 11.
That's what they hoped for after losing the first. You can't expect to go out, lose the first game, and then as an underdog totally dominate in the second game. The first part is to play neck to neck with your opponents and then see if you can steal this second game.
Wonderful play from Adam Hall there. Really keeping on the front foot throughout and stealing the Japanese time.
Excellent shot, that one.
Fault. Service order. 13, 12. 14-12.
And it's often tricky, isn't it, when it's coming right into the body, even if it is a little paceless, to get out of the way and do something with it.
Wait.
Wow, that was wayward, wasn't it?
Yeah. We've seen it sometimes in women's doubles that she's struggling in the services. Wakana Nakahara. This is odd since it was to Julie McPherson, who's no immediate threat. Played by Nakahara. Did so well in the defense, turned it around and moved to the net and put it away herself.
Get a lovely sense of speed of the court when you're looking at it from the side, as we did there, the Scottish pairing, keeping the angles in their knees in defense.
Too much of a cushion. HOKI is too much involved in the game from a Scottish perspective.
Just a bit wide. It was a beautiful point. Adam Hall unhappy with the call. He wants to go upstairs and get it checked. So we go to Hawkeye again. Now, is this just a chance to step off stage and catch a little bit of a breather? Or is it a genuine challenge? We'll soon find out. It was pretty tight, to be fair. The Japanese camp look on as well, curiously. Big moment, this, in the overall context of the match. The Scots have to hold on if they want to continue. Wow, miles out.
Challenging successful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 16-13. Play. Oh! 17-14.
That's deceptively brilliant from the Japanese, who are starting to really march away from their Scottish opponents. We have a 4-point cushion here, 3 points from the win.
Yeah, and I've been giving duff information in this match. Paul I've said that the Scottish coach is Johannes Schüttler. That's not the case. It's in Scotland. Kindervater.
19-14.
Big blunder from my side. And thanks to my colleagues for being alert.
All just grimacing there. Scoreboard going in favour of the Japanese. Stopping the run of points, though, Julie McPherson there.
Service
And
over.
4 for Japan.
Yes. 15-19.
Nibbling away at the heels of the Japanese right here. That was a wonderful smash put away. Oh, well done. Adam Hall so quick to pounce all over that. Good vision.
16-19. Service over. 20, match point 16.
So after just over half an hour played, it's HOKI and Nagahara with 4 match points.
Service over. 17, 20.
Fine play from Hall and McPherson here. Saving one of the match points. Still up against it. Well, Takura HOKI, super agile and creative in defense as well as attack, the Japanese. They come through in a straight game affair in the first round of mixed doubles. Just over half an hour required. 32-minute match it was. Just had the majority of the answers.
21-13, 21-17.
They'll be pleased to come through in straight games. This is how they did it. Varying the play nicely and a little bit more frugal in error, controlling their undulations a little more as well. So confirmation of the score. It's Takura HOKI and Wakana Nagahara of Japan winning 21-13, 21-17, 32 minutes played.